Hi guys. Just want to come on chat for a minute. It's been really bad couple of days. I had back in the early 1990s, a couple of friends of mine from Rogers gave me these two big concrete flower pots that was, they rescued them from the house they were tearing down, which was built in the early 1920s. And they gave the pots to me. I think I've actually talked about this before. I had them on my front porch. And these pots weigh probably 80 pounds a piece. The wind, we had a storm last night, hit so hard it turned those pots completely over. But get this, the greenhouse, the little greenhouse that I have out there, perfectly fine. Still standing, nothing wrong. But that wind was strong enough to knock over those two 80-pound concrete pots. The weirdest thing I ever seen. Well, anyway, I'm trying to get some other stories out of the way before I get to the main stories. My garage has that evergreen ivy, deer ivy, whatever, the English ivy. You know, the kind that once it gets started you can't get rid of it and it takes over everything. Well, I had it on the side of the garage up there, and over the last 7 years I just neglected to take care of it, and it grew up over the garage, over the top, all around the front. It got so bad I couldn't even open and shut the garage door, and I would have to trim around the door to keep the ivy down so I could even get the door open. Well, last year it had grown up and went over the garage. Well, when a big storm hit and the wind hit it, it blowed it over like this, and it just looked like a giant field of leaves there. I mean, it was huge. Come to find out, some old wild grapes and stuff had grown up in there in the last 7 years. Well, we finally got together and started getting them cut out of there and everything, and we took 700 pounds of vines off the side of that building. It was awful. And behind, most of the ivy had stuck to the building. You know how that stuff grabs and sticks to everything. Behind it, there was the old wild grapevine that big around. And I never even knew it was there. I couldn't see it. And it had grown up all in that ivy from the ground to the edge of the garage eave. It had spread out. It was little over 150 some feet long. It had just took over. And we knew it was time to get it up there or it was going to cause that garage to cave in. But we got about 700 pounds of it off from there, and it looks so much better up there, but I didn't realize, I mean, that vine, when we tried to get it out of the ground, it was big as a tree trunk under there. And I didn't realize those things could grow that big in just 7 years. Well, then yesterday, what is today? Today's Thursday, I think. Anyway, Wednesday, I think it was, I went to do my, you know, I have a leg machine here at home for my lymphedema, and I have to use it twice a day. I went to do it, my machine quit working. So I had to go to the hospital to get my treatments because I have to wait for them to send me a new machine. Well, I got home a little late. It was after dark when I got back home. Someone cut the lock on my garage door and stole my lawnmower. Yeah. The lawnmower that I just got it was about the ending of last year. Well, it was the strangest thing because there's a brand new tiller sitting in there. There's a wood chipper in there. They didn't even bother that stuff. It was like they just grabbed the lawnmower and was gone. And that's why I hate that keys to almost every brand of lawnmower will fit each other. You can use a key to almost every lawnmower the key will fit every lawnmower. That's why I freaking hate that. But anyway, I still had the pictures of the lawnmower that I had gotten when I bought it last year. It was about, gosh, I don't remember when. And the sad part is this was one that one of my YouTube viewers helped me get the money to buy this lawnmower. And it's gone. I didn't even get to use it at all this year. And now it's just gone. Well, I didn't use it at all last year either, because by the time I bought it, it was too late in the year. So we just locked it up in the garage, and then just all of a sudden the locks on the garage door had been cut, and the lawnmower, that's what bothers me, is the lawnmower is the only thing that was gone. But like I said, I still had the pictures of it from the pictures that was given to me when I bought it. But like the police department said, it's almost impossible that they're going to find it or get it back, because most of these people that goes through these rural areas are people either from the bigger cities or from out of state. They just drive through and they see someone's not at home, or, you know, the place looks abandoned or empty or something. They'll just start cutting locks and just taking whatever they want. I'm back in that pickle again. It's just, and I'm just so worn out. I mean, I'm worn out. I just had a really hard time even breathing today. I don't know what was wrong. I think it's because all the stress that's going on and everything. And I don't know if maybe it was the lawnmower they were after, or the lawnmower was the only thing they had time enough to get and get out of here with it. So, you know, because I live right on the main highway, something that they could grab real quick and get out of here. It's why they didn't bother the wood chipper and the brand new tiller. And I'm just emotionally worn out and worn down. And I've got to try to do a birthday card for my sister this week. I've got to get out there and try to till all of the flower beds and spray the weed killer around, and so I've still got a lot to do. Now I have to hire somebody to come and mow my yard. At least the back, the front's already been mowed, but the back hasn't, so I need to get the back mowed. Kind of crazy weather that we get around here this time of year, and usually it's pretty much over about the second week of June. Sometimes it'll go a little bit longer, but you know, for the whole month of May and part of June, we have to be really careful. You always want to make sure that everything on your decks, your yard is pinned down, weighed down, or put away. Because if you don't, through the whole month of May, you're not going to be able to keep it anyway. I think my next video I'm going to do, which I don't know if I'm going to do it Saturday or just wait till Monday, but I'm going to do a grilled cheese BLT sandwich. And these are one of my favorite sandwiches. Oh my gosh, I love them. I used to do mine with the Texas toast, and everybody knows Texas toast is just, you know how they slice bread? Well, they skip one deal, everyone. Texas toast is just actually two pieces of bread still together that they didn't slice. They just make it a little, you know, thick. And that's usually what I use for my BLTs. But this time I'm doing a grilled cheese BLT. You're going to love this recipe. It is so good. And later in the week I'm going to be doing a poor man's filet mignon, which I did do that recipe. I believe it was 3 or 4 years ago, and but I'm going to do it again because that's what I planned for dinner. So I just figured, why not go ahead and do the recipe while I got to cook dinner anyway. But anyway, my channel has hit 3,005 or 6 people, and a lot of that comes from when we had the Cinco de Mayo celebration down in Rogers. We printed out probably 3,000 to 4,000 just little flyers about my channel and stuff. And one of my friends took them with them, and they passed them out at the Cinco de Mayo party or celebration, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, one of my friends took flyers out there and passed them out, and that seemed to have been a good idea. But we got some more ideas because we got the War Eagle Craft Fair coming up, and that brings thousands and thousands of people to this area. We have Bikers, Blues, and Barbecue coming up, and that brings close to 40,000 people right there to this area, sometimes more. I've seen it on some years hit 100,000 people. We have the Corvette show. They do that every year. There's just all kinds of stuff, going on around here. So I'm going to be ready, and I plan to hit every one of them. They're all going to know I'm here. But anyway, so I've got my sister's birthday card to do. She'll be 63. Then I got to do her husband one. He'll be 64. In the same month, just one at the beginning of the month and one at the end of the month. Then my grilled cheese BLT. And then my poor man's filet mignon. And I've got a couple of other ideas. One thing I've noticed is the day that I post my cooking videos, they don't get a lot of views. But that's why I've kind of went posting a video every other day. Because it seems like the day I post a video, doesn't pay that much attention to it. The second day, it just kind of booms. And which is kind of weird. It's almost like it takes them a day to find it or something. But I have noticed that a lot of people who watch my channel are not subscribed to me. And I really wish you guys would subscribe. And I really would appreciate it if you hit that like button. If you hit that like button, it helps my video get pushed to the front a little bit more and a little bit more for the algorithm to find it. The more likes that you get, well, likes and views, it pushes your video a little farther and a little farther up to where, it can be found. And I got a congratulations from YouTube for hitting 3,000, and I thought, wow, I didn't even know I'd hit 3,000 until I got that. I've gotten to the point I don't even pay attention to it anymore. Because it's just so, it's almost disappointing the way it was going up and down, and it just made me feel horrible. So I just quit paying attention to it, and I guess it's a good thing. But anyway, please remember to hit the like button on these videos. I've seen a lot of people go in, they'll leave comments about how much they like it and all that, but they won't hit the like button. And it takes less time to hit the like button than it does to leave a comment. Not saying I don't want you to leave a comment. I just want you to remember to do that in what do they call it? Repetitious. Hit the button, leave your comment. Leave your comment, hit the button. If you like it, show it. Your likes help get those videos pushed a little bit farther ahead of some others. So. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a good night.